Kevin, Alibaba and Starbucks have partnered before on the Shanghai Roastery. It is enormously successful. Is today's announcement an extension of that new retail success?
Well, in many ways it is. I think, in fact, we started our partnership with Alibaba when we introduced Alipay into our payments platform, and then the work that Alibaba did around augmented reality experience in the Roastery. And all of that has led to building the relationship and really having the deep conversation around the vision around new retail and the vision that Starbucks has, and those two visions are one and the same. And that's what led us to put this strategic partnership together.
So what are you announcing today specifically?
Well, I consider this a transformative strategic partnership that brings one of the world-leading technology companies in Alibaba and a world-leading retailer in Starbucks together around this new vision. And there were really three pillars of it. The first is integrating this virtual Starbucks store across many of the Alibaba properties, whether it's Taobao, Tmall, Hema, Ele.me. All of that giving customers, the over 500 million active users of the Alibaba properties, direct access to that Starbucks experience. So that's number one. Number two is the work we're going to do together in Hema. We plan to build Starbucks delivery kitchens within the Hema stores. And those become hubs for us to deliver, not only serve customers in those stores, but to deliver in that 3-kilometer radius that Alibaba has proven to be so successful with the Hema concept. And then third is the partnership then with Ele.me. And we're gonna provide delivery services, across the fleet of Starbucks stores, starting this year in Shanghai and Beijing with 150 stores. And we should be in 30 cities with 2,000 stores by the end of the calendar year.
Wow. And so how will you define success? What are your ultimate hopes for this particular initiative?
Well, I'd say if we redefine the customer experience, if we innovate in a way that provides a relevant, enhanced, elevated customer experience, that is the ultimate strategic outcome. Because we know if we do that, we will attract more customers, those customers will engage in a deeper way, and we will do it together. They'll engage in a deeper way with Alibaba and Alibaba properties and with Starbucks and Starbucks properties. And if we demonstrate sort of this marriage between online and offline, between digital and in-store, and do it in a way that is relevant and accretive to the customer experience, then we will prove that the shared vision we have around new retail is a real one.
And you're talking about customers, obviously here in China, they're very different than other markets, very digitally focused. How has that shaped the way you approach this market and build out your strategies for China specifically?
Yeah, I think the consumer in China is probably one of the most digitally connected consumer in the world. And so that's why for us to enter into the path of delivery, we had to do it in a way where it was done right, where the experience we delivered was worthy of the Starbucks expectation and that we were delivering a premium delivery experience. And that's why the partnership with Alibaba was so important, because I think there was a shared view of that customer experience and how we can do that in a way that is relevant to the Chinese consumer.
And so why is new retail such an important part of doing business here in order for Starbucks to be successful in China?
Well, I think it's an important part of retail globally. In fact, if you look, the global retail industry disruption that's been unfolding is mainly impacting those retailers who have failed to recognize the importance of digital and the role it plays on the brick and mortar experience that they create. So we've come at this at Starbucks from a brick and mortar presence in our stores and embraced digital. Alibaba has come at it from digital and now has ventured in and getting experience in brick and mortar with Hema. So we've both come to the same place from a different point in our journey, but we're here together really with the same vision. And that's why the strategic partnership, I think, is so significant.
And speaking of that partnership, there's a long history between Starbucks and Alibaba. Can you talk about how that has evolved over time and why you choose to partner with Alibaba specifically?
Well, I think, this particular partnership really originated from a day that I spent in Hangzhou with Daniel a year ago. And it was really going through and sharing our vision of where we were taking the company, and Daniel and his team sharing the vision around new retail. And certainly we'd done some things in the past, but this really cemented us around a common vision that we felt we could do something together that was strategic. And by strategic, it meant it's not some tactical, this is just a tactical delivery agreement or this or that. It's a strategic, very deep set of things we're going to do together, and we're going to do them by looking at it through the lens of the customer experience. And that's allowing us to innovate together, take the best of Alibaba's innovations, the best of Starbucks innovations, and do something impactful in the market.
What's your favorite part of working with Alibaba?
Well, I have great respect for the technology capabilities they have, but I actually think the fact that they found a way to look at this through the lens of the customer experience and the merchant, retailer, is a very different attribute from a tech company. A lot of times the tech company is into technology for technology's sake. I think one of the things that makes Alibaba different is they're a tech company, but they really look at it through the lens of the customer experience, and that's where we found alignment.
Yeah. I heard you've been to Hema before. Can you
I
tell
have.
me about your first Hema experience?
Well, certainly the first Hema tour that I did was right here in Shanghai, and had the opportunity to walk the store and basically see how, as these orders are coming in digitally, how you're able to assemble the basket for the customer and then go in the back of house and see the delivery process take place, and I even had a chance to order my own lobster prepared and had it delivered to me. So I became a customer of Hema on that very first visit.
And last question, what are you most proud of when you think about the work that Starbucks has done here in China?
Well, I'm most proud of the fact that we've been here for 20 years, and we came here to China with humility and respect for the Chinese culture and the Chinese consumer. And the fact that we have built our business in China for China, I'm proud of that. We have nearly 50,000 Starbucks partners here in China that proudly wear the green apron, and my job is to work in service of them, to make them proud and ensure that we do everything so they can serve our customers and create that great Starbucks experience each and every time.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.